Alright. Hello. Beat Creation Gaming. Hello. I'm doing amazing. I hope you're doing amazing. Can you hear me? Heart, heart, heart. Thank you, appreciate it. And we got a comment to start the stream. I appreciate it. I don't get any comments, just barely. Can you hear me?
Need something, Captain?
Hang on, let me test my mic to see if it's working. Yep, it's working. yeah, I hope you're doing amazing this morning or wherever you are.
It's honestly in your best interest to hear what I have to say.
Alright, let's go to Mateo. I started another new game plus. I already beat Starfield like 4 times to 5. I think this is the 6th time.
Feel free to help yourself at the bar. Unity. Huh. That's an important concept in Keeper Aquilas' speeches. You think it's connected? You really think so? I can't wait to talk to the Keeper about this. I'll meet you there.
Hey. I'm looking for you. It's time.
Trees here are quite new. The embassy district is a country.
I used to work in interstellar affairs before I was dismissed due to some of the differences I had with management. But I am not retired, not by a long shot. After all, I can do more when detached from the strings of bureaucracy. I do a lot of reading and take walks through the district. We don't have trees like this on the other systems. There's a calming presence about them, but that belies their inner strength. After all, neither you nor I could pull out the roots of a tree on our own. For while there is beauty above, everything that matters happens under the surface. Until next time.
Where's Andrea?
Exactly. It's like when someone insults you, you want to just beat the shit out of them sometimes, but you don't.
Not quite what I was thinking, but that's actually a great example, Marcus. The man in the story was cruel. Do you know why he was cruel? You must feel what he feels. understand his pain, accept it, and deliver it not back upon him.
Empathy. You mean empathy? But you say it like it's easy. Like anyone can just love a terrible person who has been terrible to them.
Yeah, why even bother? I mean, isn't the cycle of humanity, peace and war, back and forth, like forever? Seems kind of pointless to try so hard for something that won't last. Nothing ever really changes.
Well, it's not easy, no, but necessary. Because you see, everything has changed. God has given us the intelligence, the ingenuity to reach into the stars, to travel his path, to truly find him. But we can't do it alone. The only way is through unity. Ah, yes, Andreas. Yes. Unity. Well, I'm sure you all have other things to do. Thank you for taking the time to stop and talk with me.
He's giving me a lot to think about. Oh, hi there. I'm Marcus Lestari. Are you interested in the Sanctum Universum? Maybe I can entice you then. It's an exciting time for the church. We're growing every day. And if you're interested, we'd love to get to know you. Actually, we've had a few visitors come by recently, but they have yet to come visit us again. This strikes me as a good opportunity. I'm wondering, would you like to go check in with those visitors and welcome them back to our church? Maybe all they need is just another invitation. And don't worry, I'll pay for your effort, of course. All right. If you change your mind, come back to me.
Are you a member? Keeper Aquilus seems to know what he's talking about.
Keeper Aquilus, can we have a moment?
Ah, Matteo. It's been too long. How are your parents? Your mother still struggling with that azalea garden?
No, she figured that out a while ago. Had to adjust the pH levels in the soil. But, Keeper, I didn't come to catch up.
Oh. Well, what's on both your minds?
Keeper, we were hoping to talk to you about unity.
You want to subject your friend here to one of our talks, Matteo? The future of humanity is always a long discussion.
No, that's not exactly what I meant. Keeper, when you talk about unity, well, does it mean anything else? Something secret?
Perhaps you should talk about this inside.
A friend of mine bought this ship. It's literally called the Narcissus. So yeah, I definitely think it's a vanity purchase.
Now that we have a little privacy, why don't you tell me exactly what it is that brought you two here?
Seriously, Keeper, they bathe whoever reaches the center in a light, and then, well, the normal laws of the universe go completely haywire.
So you're saying you found a place of contemplation? And you received a gift? There have always been mysteries that seem to defy our understanding of the universe. Beyond rational thought, we enter life as an act of someone else's faith in us. There's no way of knowing who we will become, and yet the risk is made anyway. So you've pushed into the unknown, not knowing where it would take you. And it's brought you here. I think I can. If you're willing to find your way in the dark for a bit longer, I can give you a path to discovering its meaning. There's an old story, far older than the Sanctum Universum, of someone who walked the settled systems and saw every corner of it. This pilgrim claimed he found the true meaning of unity. I always thought of it as just a parable for trying to bring humanity together, but maybe it's more. I'm not sure if he was, but if what you're looking for is connected, then anything might be possible. In my story, the pilgrim met the founders of the House of Enlightenment and the enigmatic cult of the Varun, and he gave them each a part of the truth. Then he goes to his final resting place to live out the rest of his days in contemplation of infinitum addendum, his addition or contribution to the infinite. But what if the story isn't a metaphor, but a code, a way of finding the pilgrim again, or at least his grave? Yes, something must be there. I just can't put my finger on it. Maybe the answer will become clear when we have more. The House of Enlightenment and Varun have versions of this story. The Enlightened work out of the well here in New Atlantis, helping the poorest citizens find a better life for themselves. Varun worshippers are more enigmatic, but there is a lone zealot that was captured recently for attacking UC ships. I visited her a couple of times. Hopefully she'll be willing to talk to you as well.
I'll stay here with the Keeper. We need to catch up. And I wouldn't mind asking him a few more questions. The Keeper and I have some catching up to do. I'll stay here while you gather the other pilgrim stories.
Alright, Mateo.
A visitor? I have all the company I need. He knows not the truth. He sends another to ask more incessant questions.
It is something, at least, that he has come to speak with you. I suspect few others would.
The Great Serpent waits in the shadows. He will entwine the universe, and all but the faithful will be made as dust. That is the truth. No more, no less.
If the Keeper has been to see you, perhaps he has mentioned it?
Yes, I have spoken to your Keeper about this. I will tell you what I told him, and then you will leave me. Jinan Varun meets the unbeliever. He gives false prophecy to Jinan. But such is Jinan's conviction in the Great Serpent, he does not hesitate. He cuts the unbeliever down. But the unbeliever returns. Jinan realizes the Great Serpent is testing him, and he will not be found wanting. 4 times they fight. Over 120 rotations of the planet they are on. Remember these 4 battles, Jinan, the unbeliever says. Remember these 120 rotations. But Jinan knows this is blasphemy, and delivers the killing blow. That is all. I have heard of no such thing. If it exists, it is a shadow that the Great Serpent casts to deceive the faithless. Then we are done. Leave me. We have nothing more to discuss. The Great Serpent called me to fight the unbelievers in the United Colonies. But I was ambushed, and my ship disabled. Now, I am here. No, I have told you what I will. Everything else is between me and the Great Serpent.
Let me know if I can help you.
If it's about the financial or food assistance programs, we are backlogged. Don't worry, we're doing everything we can. Oh, you're not? Sorry. Can I help you?
We understand that you are busy, but this might be important. anything you could tell us would be helpful.
Listen, I've talked about this with him a ton of times, and there's no record of a Unity pilgrim. But since you both insist, our early records are mostly administrative. Humanitarian projects, group counseling notes, charity expenditures. But there is a series of exchanges the founding members recorded in a lot of detail. It's the closest thing I have to what Aquilus is describing. We might actually have some, but anyway. A man walks into the first house of enlightenment. The founding members just call him the Drifter. So they think he's a charity case at first, but no, the Drifter asks them a bunch of questions. If your philosophy is built on an individual's own morality, what about the second person? That second person might disagree. Isn't the problem of two what you're really looking for? And the founders respond, each individual must understand how the second person lifts them up. All of human effort is a story of cooperation pushing us forward. And it kind of goes on like that. He comes back every week for a year. Same conversation every time. Second person this, the problem of do that. It's part of our core principles. There's no God pushing us to do good for some eternal reward. We have to help each other because we choose to. If no one takes responsibility for making the settled systems better, then we're just leaving it to the tyrants to bully the rest of us. Honestly, I think the founding members made it all up. There was a little more hesitation being openly atheist in the early days. I think they were experimenting with writing their own scripture. Fortunately, that got abandoned pretty quick. After the records of the Drifter end, you never see anything like it again. Always happy to help. If you'll excuse me, I've got a lot of aid efforts to coordinate. Nice talking to you. Hope you find whatever it is you're looking for.
Celebrate 10 years together.
We started as an intellectual movement built around atheism. As our numbers increased, we began focusing on humanitarian efforts and showing what humanity can achieve when we work together. Good luck out there.
Think about it. If a neuro amp helps you get a better job, it basically pays for itself. I think I'm going to get one.
Good for you.
Telling you, I would kill to be able to afford it.
Kill for
You think Deimos Staryards would hire me? I'm working on it. Taking the UC Vanguard exams. Saving up for my own ship. You know how it works. It's just taking a little longer than I expected. Damn, hotshot. What are you doing down here, then? This is the last place I'd be. You want food? Go to Case. You want an attitude? Try Jake's. You want to feel empty inside? Get your bags and move in. Seriously though, this place is half doom and all gloom, which is precisely why I'm leaving. Only because they're all a bunch of quitters whose only goal is to make it to the weekend. I got plans. I got ambition. All I need is a shot. See ya.
Still hear everyone with my mic on. Even though there's barely anyone here. but I appreciate everyone that's here, that watches.
We flew up to the star and we were so close I could feel the heat from the sun.
Having a good one?
Even just the sun, Aquilus, has helped me through some tough times lately.
Well, you're back. What did you learn? Was there something hidden in their stories, like we thought? Yes. What he added to infinity. Maybe that points to a name. If we're looking for his resting place, we'd need to know the name of the star system, wouldn't we? What else did you learn? If there really is a location the Pilgrim wanted us to find, those do sound awfully like coordinates. Was there anything else? Planets are often named by number. That second might mean the second planet in the system. Let's see. We have something that could be coordinates. Something that could point to a planet in the system. But what's the name of the system? Infinitum addendum. What if we break down the parts? No systems named finite or add. That just leaves in and dumb. Well, that's certainly how I feel. Yes, that's it. The second planet in Indum, at 4 and 120. That's where you'll find the Pilgrim's resting place. And from there, maybe you'll find the true meaning of unity. Before you go, you've now spoken to many different perspectives in our universe. In a way, you'll be carrying their philosophies with you on this journey. I know you're looking for a specific unity, but if you had to guess what it was, what interpretation would you give it? Ah, but what makes something like that holy? Gravity is also a force that brings things together. Should that be sanctified? It is one of the great contradictions of belief. We feel the presence of something out there, but we insist that it is also everywhere. So you think this word unity describes that divine unknowableness that the Pilgrim searched for?
Could it be that somehow natural forces like gravity are, what, a side effect or a function of something greater at work? Interesting.
Well, I won't keep you any longer. This has been fun, I have to admit. Go, find your truth. Go, find the truth, your truth. Keep her by title, but yes, I suppose the title fits. I'm very grateful that I have the opportunity to be here for those who need us, who find meaning in our message. Well, we're a newer organization, at least officially. Our facility here in New Atlantis has only been around a few decades. But we're gaining new members all the time. I think people have been grasping for something to express what they're experiencing, and I'm glad we can be here for them. The Sanctum will always be here for those who seek it.
Have my attention.
Alright, we got 3 people here. This is good. Hope you're all doing amazing, everyone. And I mean everyone. I know I say that a lot, but hope you're all
The
doing
FC
amazing.
is nothing but a bunch of warmongers and
No
murderers.
matter where you are in the world.
My mother wanted me to be a doctor.
Hey, I need to talk with you.
Can I help? Hey. Not at all. Okay.
You've got something for me?
I'm glad you're back. Let's get moving.
Go ahead. You're the better explorer. Find whatever Unity is. Take care of yourself.
Yes, you need me?
Not this time.
I'm not sure what else I can do to make you trust that what I have to say.
Yeah, I play at 30 FPS. Doesn't bother me. stream's not lagging, it's just the game.
Trouble looms on scattered farms throughout the Freestar Collective. There are unconfirmed reports of farmers being targeted by an unknown group.
It's amazing what bosses has heart.
Hi, how are you? There's a huge tree in the Embassy District, across from the mass station. Trust me, it may sound dumb, but I think everyone should see it at least once when they're in the city. It's so cool. Or maybe I just love trees. Oh, sure. There's always tons of travel into New Atlantis, so there's no shortage of people to meet. I love talking with the new people and hearing about their journeys. Not to mention, it's also nice and safe. Unlike my brother's job. Well, of course. He's a Marine stationed in Sidonia. My whole family is worried about him. My dad worked his butt off so that we could all have safe jobs here in New Atlantis. But Chris ran off to Sidonia the first chance he got. He says he's okay, and that he loves his job and all that. But I don't think he understands how hard this is on our family. Finally, someone understands. I guess I can only hope that Chris will come to his senses one day. But anyways, I apologize. I didn't mean to dump all of that onto you. I just had to get that all off my chest, I guess. Have a good one.
Good to see you again. Can I get you something? Hey there, new guy. Hope life is treating you well. Let me know if I can get you anything. I hear there's some sort of citizens group trying to get the old Valroon embassy torn down. When I first heard about it, I thought it was a bit extreme, but really, would you want to move into that place? Me neither. And it's not like they're ever coming back. House Valroon, I mean? Well, at least not make nice and be all diplomatic. We all know how that went. Yep. Spaceport traffic keeps me pretty busy. But just between you and me, I've got something in the works that'll change everything. A new drink that'll make this place famous. Galaxy-wide. Well, at the moment, it's what's not in it that's an issue right now. I don't have everything for the recipe. I made a deal with a hauler to bring me some small samples of an ingredient I think will make all the difference. But it never showed up. Turns out the guy I hired was also hired by a few other folks. The kind of folks who ship less than legal cargo. Security got wind, and the whole lot was impounded. Now they're just sitting on it, taking their sweet time like they always do. It's killing me. I submitted all the paperwork, believe me. It won't amount to anything, but I did it. And really, I'm not even certain this is what I need to finish the recipe. I think it is. I need to get my hands on that cargo. I mean, doing something about this won't exactly be on the straight and narrow, will it? I really do. It's gonna keep me awake nights if I don't try. Before we say anything else, I am in no way asking you to do anything that might violate any of the many, many laws in place here in New Atlantis or the larger United Colonies. This is just one friend talking to another friend, asking if maybe that friend could possibly find a way to get her important cargo out of the impound. And if, hypothetically, that were done in a less than 100% legal way, well, that might not be the worst thing in the world. You, with me on this?
Surely you're not seriously considering this course of action. The last thing we need is UC security on our backs.
Yeah, sure. Right. Okay. I totally get it. I can't even believe I suggested it. I can wait the 18 months until they release it. Probably. It'll be fine. Just, if you change your mind, let me know, okay? Lucky for you, that is literally my job. What can I get you? See you around.
We got 2 people watching right now. Well, actually 1, because I'm checking my chat.
Got anything you need to offload? Trade Authority is always by. I would try to Viewport. It'll be on your left once you get into the plaza.
Things for you.
Did you need my help with something?
Something for you when you have a moment.
Hello. May I be of assistance? I assist in docking, cargo, and ship maintenance. I am Fabs. Goodbye.
Ah, and
there he is. Welcome to Stardock Alpha, my current home away from home. Glad you found your way here. My name is Torin. We can get more into who I am later. I promise. I imagine you have a lot of questions, and I do have answers for you. But first, we need to talk about the people who attacked you. The group that attacked you, they're called Watchtower. Not surprised if you've never heard of them. To say they're clandestine would be an understatement. From what I've gathered, it seems they've made it their life's work to hunt down and confine individuals they consider dangerous. Individuals like you. And me. They sure are. I've had more than a few run-ins with good old Watchtower. Most encounters have not gone well. I think I first got their attention after I dealt with a particularly nasty group of pirates. Since then, I've done my best to keep my head down, but it doesn't matter. Sooner or later, they always seem to catch up to you. Don't keep me in suspense. Let's hear it. Well, I suppose that answers that. These abilities of yours. I'd be interested in learning more about them, but that's something we can talk about later. Why indeed? What makes you so special? What sets you apart from almost everyone else in the universe? I mean, there's gotta be something. Otherwise, Watchtower wouldn't have taken an interest. What can you say about a secretive galaxy-wide organization? I don't know. I can offer some information, but a lot of this will be conjecture. Given how well they hide themselves,
down my dog. I'll be right back.
I think it stands to reason Watchtower has infiltrated the major governments. Maybe the larger corporations, too. And their technology. I don't know if they created it themselves, but what they have is cutting edge and dangerous. Oh, and the most important thing. If Watchtower gets their hands on someone, chances are you'll never see that person again. I'm glad you think so. But unfortunately for now, that's where the good news ends. Let me explain. When Watchtower came for you, I'm sure their method of capture didn't escape your notice. For people like us, Watchtower like to employ a particular device. A kind of energy weapon. The first blast disables your ship, the second disables you. Or at least, it's meant to. But you... you took that second burst and just kept on going, didn't you? Took a third to bring you down. Maybe now you're starting to get a picture on why Watchtower might be scared of you, huh? You'd think so, wouldn't you? But scared or not, they know if they hit you enough times, even the most hardy succumb to their weapon. Now, I'm a little sparse on the details, but I do know they call this weapon the Synapse Disruptor, which seems an apt name if you ask me. Oh, and here's the worst part. There's no foolproof counter to the Disruptor. None at all. Believe me, I've looked. I've tried. There's nothing. Huh, that was a bit doom and gloom of me, wasn't it? Alright. Let me backtrack and rephrase things. There is no technological counter to this weapon. No magic shields or special kind of hull plating. But this brings me to why I made contact. I have devised a strategy that would keep you and me safe from Watchtower's impromptu abductions. But the catch is, it's not something I can do alone. And it's gonna take effort. I'm gonna need your help on this. And you're gonna need mine. Oh man, you do not want to know. Well, actually, you do. I mean, you did just ask. Okay, how do I say this? Everyone has potential, though most never quite reach it. If Watchtower captures you, it's not just your freedom they take. They steal from you your full potential. I think you know what I'm talking about. I can see it in your eyes. There's something about you. You're at the start of a great journey. Watchtower would take that away from you. That's why you need to avoid them. Huh. I mean, I'm no expert, but it does seem like an incredibly sophisticated weapon. Definitely more powerful than a common variety stunner. Never ran across anything like it. Say what you like about Watchtower, but they've got some damn fancy tech at their disposal. As best as I can tell, the disruptor can't knock you out if your ship still has power, which is likely why its first shot disables your ship's systems. Honestly, I couldn't tell you. Kinda wish I knew myself, because however they found you, it's likely the same way they keep finding me. All I know is that you'll be minding your own business, then without warning, in jump a whole bunch of Watchtower ships. And they're not aiming to kill you, they're trying to capture you. And believe me, you do not want to be captured by them. Well, that one, I can answer. You see, I was already on the lookout for you. I knew Watchtower would be searching for you, and I also knew they'd probably find you before I did. So I kept an eye on Watchtower comm lines, waited to see if any patrols reported spotting you, or worse, capturing you. Which they did, and since they launched a comm beacon, I was able to intercept that, and then follow its trail back to where you were, just in time to save your ass. Which, by the way, you are most welcome for. Huh. That's a fair question. I'm trying to think of how to answer without worrying you too much. Okay, a while back, I got my hands on a Watchtower database. Your name showed up a lot. Most of the information was encrypted, but there seemed to be a lot of it. I couldn't tell you why, but Watchtower has been keeping tabs on you for some time. It's fairly simple, really. Maybe you already noticed, but Watchtower's disruptor. It takes a while to charge between bursts. And as long as your ship has power, it needs to hit you at least twice in order to incapacitate. Now, if you're flying about all by your lonesome, it's not too difficult for Watchtower to blast you as many times as they need. But what if you weren't by yourself? What if you had the support of other ships? In a nutshell, here's my strategy. You don't fly alone anymore. Instead, you get some buddies. You get more ships. You get a fleet. Then, even if Watchtower track you down and get a shot in with their disruptor, with other ships there to cover you, they'd never get a second hit, giving you time to recover, get back in the fight, and avoid capture. Think about it. It makes sense, right? Okay, good. I'm happy you're on board with this fleet idea. You know that the first time that we... Oh, right. Yeah, we've not really been introduced yet, have we? Let's rectify that. Like I said before, my name's Torin. Just Torin. I guess you could say I'm a traveler. Yeah, I travel the stars. Here and there, and sometimes back again. And it's likely during those travels I got the attention of Watchtower. And been trying to shake him off ever since. I think nothing of it. Just doing what's right. Okay then, if we're going to make this fleet idea work, it's about time we get a move on, before Watchtower catches us with our pants down. Proactive. I like it. All right. Here's how we're gonna pull this fleet thing off. First, we need some hardware. Equipment, especially designed to handle this sort of thing. Had a pal look into it, and he figured out what we'll need. A Model 2 Fleet Sync control node. And he knows where we can find one, too. But the problem is, control node's not easily accessible. It's stored away in an old facility with no simple way in. But I got a solution for that. Here, catch! That is our solution. You ever hear about the orbital drops the UC and Freestar Collective did during the Colony War? Basically, troops planetside would toss down a flare, like the one I just gave you. It would mark a spot, and then depending on what the flare signaled, ships in orbit would fire down whatever was requested. Emergency backup, supplies, or sometimes just a good old airstrike. Or orbit strike, I guess. They called them sky drops. Very versatile, very useful, and now very illegal. Forbidden by the armistice. At least, for the military. But we're not military. I got a skydrop system rigged up to my ship, and that's what we're going to use to get into that facility and grab the hardware we need. Ah, come on, I don't want to ruin the surprise. That's half the fun. Before revealing the specifics, I'll let your imagination run wild just a little while longer. The thinking behind them was, when you're in the heat of battle, you never know what you might need, or when you might need it. So, if you found yourself in some trouble, just hit some buttons on a flare, toss it down, and a few seconds later, whatever you needed, there it is. Although, no system is perfect. Skydrop has its drawbacks. First, being you need at least one manned ship in orbit with a Skydrop system installed. Second, that ship needs to be loaded with whatever it is you require. Ship can't drop what it doesn't have. And lastly, Skydrop is a bulky system. Usually you need a large ship to accommodate it. However, I've discovered some workarounds for that issue. That's what I like to hear. Time to get moving. Jump in your ship and meet me outside. Hail me when you're ready and we'll plot a course. I'm glad we're doing this. You and me. We'll show Watchtower they picked the wrong people to mess with. This time. I'll see you in space.
What can I help you with? Oh, yes, of course. I almost forgot. Maybe another time.
thinking. I'm sure an enterprising captain such as yourself can make it all back in no time. Hope your luck improves.
Thanks for taking time to chat. I really need a friendly ear right about now. I received a message from Constellation, and it's given me a lot to think about. Not at all. It's just a list of requests, but when you read between the lines, it's obvious my absence is causing issues. No, it's the first time. But the fact that they're reaching out, well, it's given me a lot to think about. You're not keeping me out here. I am. Just... Here, let me explain. Before I joined Constellation, I served for 8 years as the head of the Navigator Corps, until the UC decided to axe the department. It was a branch of the United Colonies Navy, a small fleet of ships outfitted for galactic exploration. Basically, a military version of Constellation. Had we notched some significant achievements, I'd agree with you. You see, the top brass demanded press-worthy discoveries to justify the spending, and money was tight after the war. Shutdown was inevitable. At the end of the day, I was in charge, so the blame obviously fell on my shoulders. Oh, like hell I can't. You once told me that you favored the journey over the destination. So I'm hoping you'll understand what I'm trying to say. I failed because I was more concerned about exploring the stars than pushing a pencil. If I had fought harder, I'm convinced our division may have had a chance to prove its value. That's just it, though. They left me to my own devices, and yet I somehow screwed everything up. Well, that brings us to this message now, doesn't it? Call it whatever you want. My drive, my initiative, my optimism. It's been my greatest strength and my worst nightmare. It elevates me to these positions of authority, but all I want to do is explore, not sit and make sure all the accounts are balanced. Oh, you have no idea how tempting that sounds. But then dumping everything I've worked so hard to achieve, it's like I've wasted another decade of my life. I can't do that. Ah, so frustrating. Oh my God. I'm so sorry. Oh, here you are trying to help me and I'm yelling at you. You have to understand. Once Aja retired, I lost the only person that gave a damn. Of course you do. I'm just not thinking straight right now. Phew, this has taken a lot out of me, so maybe we should just leave things right here. But thank you for being there and listening. It helped. It really did.
Absolutely. There's no way I could have stepped into a job there without space travel experience like this under my belt. I do have a slight problem though. I've totally fallen in love with working on a ship. There's so many amazing things out there in the galaxy. Honestly, I think a permanent position as a ship's doctor might be more up my alley than living on a star station full time. I'm counting on it. Most of the clinic's research into alien viruses relies on doctors like us who practice in the field. If I ever do end up taking a job there someday, I'll have all kinds of information to share with my colleagues. I might even be able to lead a field expedition. We'll catch up later.
Hi there, Captain. Sure. Nice chatting with you.
Megan.
Oh. Let's catch up soon.
Watchtower. Starborn hunting me, the Hunter, and now Watchtower.
Thank God you happened along. We were jumped by pirates and our grav drive is offline. We need some spare parts to repair it. We can't thank you enough. Look me up if you ever make it to Jemison. I'd be glad to repay the favor.
Crap, they found me again.
Give it your best shot. Come out! Whoa, where did they go? Don't let them get away! This is end badly for you.
Oh, what do we got? Oh shoot, I died. Shoot.
I don't take photos of people. Sorry. Perfect shot. I'm going to sell dozens of these pictures. Dozens. Yes. Yes, I am. I take award-winning photos for a yearly calendar that my company publishes. It's a living. If you like this place, then you might also like the last place I was at. Please don't stand in the way of my photography.
Wanna chat? Yeah. See you on the other side.
I'll head back. Come find me if you need me again.
Nice day, isn't it? I'm ready.
Damn, we got heat leeches again.
Something? Yeah, I'm fine. Bye, Captain.
then we better get these heat leeches taken care of.
It's a gorgeous day. You're looking well. See you, Captain.
my voice, huh?
What is it?
Yeah, I'm running low on ammo.
I was just thinking about you.
Hey, good to see you. Yeah. So, Earth's moon is the travel guide? Thanks. No rush, though. Have a good one.
Alright, we've been streaming for 2 hours. Ooh, we got 3 people here right now.
Hey.
Good to see you again.
Service. You may. Good day, Captain.
picked the wrong day to piss me off!
Hey. Been looking for you. Let's talk.
Got anything you need to offer? You should inspect your ship for heat leeches every couple landings. They'll cause plenty of havoc if left unchecked. Okay, no problem.
Hello.
Hello again.
You will be scanned as you enter the city. All right.
If it belongs, hope you're finding everything. Oh, please. Appreciate the business.
샤, 네?
had my mic muted again. So yeah, even though no one really cares. But I just stream and make videos for fun with it. But I appreciate everyone who's here.
The Keeper told me you have a long journey ahead of you. You're doing great out there.
I may regret it. You're doing Constellation proud.
Let's get out there and do something new. Okay. Right.
Man, the galaxy's too big to be stuck in the same place. I must confess, next time.
Oh, pardon me. Oh, I'm... Right. Later.
Hey again. That's fine. I have some journaling to catch up on. What's up? See you later.
I think we're just gonna end it here. Thanks for everyone that tuned in to watch. Where you're here all for the entire stream, even though nobody stays. But I'm grateful. I'm always grateful. Thank you for the person that commented 3 times. Thank you.